So ADTRAN got contacted by a gentleman by the name of John Allen. John is the CEO of the Huntsville Committee of 100. And John asked if we could work with the Huntsville City Schools to work on a project that they were trying to get off the ground, which was basically sort of an emergency Wi-Fi project. What the intent of the project is to provide Wi-Fi access to all their parking lots, so that when kids come to get lunch or just anytime, they can come and log onto the network, the school network, download their assignments, upload homework. And so it just really is providing broadband access for those students that don't have it at home. For the most part, we're looking at about 37 schools. Each school will have 1 or 2 APs at the school. It just depends on the size of the parking lot area that we're trying to cover. But probably about 37 schools. It was easy for us to donate equipment. Our executive management team was quick to say, yeah, you can have what you need from an access point perspective, antennas. But what we don't have is ADTRAN employees that do installs and pull cable and mount hardware. And so we put out the call to just different folks at ADTRAN and said, who would be interested in coming and volunteering and pulling cable. And we got an answer back from everybody in the company. So we got people from the mechanical engineering group, from R&D, design engineers, engineering managers, product managers, marketing, you name it. And we've got everybody out here today trying to do their part, and it doesn't matter if they've done this before or not. People were just willing to help. So in order to get 35 schools or 37 schools installed in a day or two, you need a lot of people, and that was one of the challenges that we had from the very start. Was how are we going to do this in the time frame that Huntsville City Schools wants to do it? And so we put out a call to our friends at Huntsville Utilities. They absolutely answered the call with crews and bucket trucks. And so those guys know how to mount things on side of buildings and put them up high, and they can pull cable. And we paired those with ADTRAN volunteers, guys that know about RF, that know about Wi-Fi, that know about networking and Ethernet cabling. And so we've married up, we've embedded an ADTRAN person with all the Huntsville Utilities crews, and we've sent them out in the community. And this is hugely important. We talk about connecting communities, and this is a clear example of how communities need connectivity. For the school system, it's about allowing students to finish out their school year. Huntsville has been trying to piece together some broadband access for their students in order to finish out the school year, and this project was essential to allow them to be able to execute on that plan. So I think one of the things we've seen during this whole coronavirus time is how important broadband connectivity is. We've got a clear example here with Huntsville City Schools, but we're also seeing the rise of telemedicine. Workforces are being distributed, and people need good broadband at home. So connectivity is more important now than it's ever been. I think people are realizing that.